My friend wants to get divorced, but when he found out he'd have to pay alimony, he didn't know what to do. Any suggestions? Well, okay. Yeah, a lot of suggestions here. Listen, when the soul contract is done, and that only you know when that is, it's time to get out, because what will happen is everything will go sour. Everything, your health, your wellness, your mental wellness. Um, and if you stay married, it's sort of like if I were to say to you, okay, go ahead, stay married. Are you comfortable with your paycheck right now today still being 50%? And you're probably going to say no, but it's still going to be 50%. So either you get out now or you get out later, if that's what it is. I don't know what the laws are or whatever the alimony is. I'm just making up a number. And so you really want to anchor in, like, in my mental wellness, in my soul contract, is this the right thing to do? Now, before that, I would say really have that open conversation with your partner. Like, is the soul contract done? Is this irreparable? And one of the things I think is so important about this conversation is understanding, are they willing to continue to grow? Am I willing to continue to grow? And if one or both of you are not willing to continue to grow from the relationship, that's where oftentimes the soul contract is done. That then it's a stalemate, and you've done what you can. But the trick is that when you go into the next relationship, if you don't heal whatever you brought that partner into your life for, you will bring in another person that has that same wound that you connect on. So just know that if you leave one relationship and you haven't healed the wounds that soul contract was set up and designed to help you with, you're going to reattract the same thing in a different package in a new partner. So I would really sit with yourself. I would focus less on the money. I would focus less on the alimony, because money can come from lots of different directions. You're not necessarily stuck with anything unless you get in that mindset that you're stuck with this situation about the money. So it's really not about the money. It's about your well-being, and it's about your mental health. It's about their mental health. Maybe you leaving them is the best thing that could ever happen to them. We don't know. So because you know where you're at in your soul contract, and you know where your points are, where you're like, yeah, I'm not going to grow, or yeah, I still have room to grow, or are they willing to grow? But come at it from a place of non-judgment. This isn't like, you don't want to grow, so we're getting a divorce. No, not like that. It's not like that at all. It's that you've identified from a very conscious place that, hey, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to move forward, because we're not both at the same place of wanting to grow in this relationship anymore. So hopefully that's helpful. If not, please put in the comments or schedule a one-on-one. I'm happy to go deeper into that. I know sometimes that can be really challenging. Anyone online, please, if you're watching on replay, you can always put a comment. You can add questions. You can go to bethbell.me/question. And there's so many other resources on bethbell.me. If you haven't done the State of the Heart assessment, please do. It's so important to know your state of the heart. And there's also the Awakening and Healing Handbook. Lots of tips, tools, techniques, modalities in there to help you with all of your awakening and spiritual growth. There's also the Psychedelics Resource Guide, which is a beautiful way to really dip into psychedelics and understand a little bit more about them. And maybe someone that you know is interested in them. It talks a lot about the integration. So there's a lot of juicy stuff in there. And then there's also the Herpes Handbook, which I love talking about herpes. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'll say it every week, that it's a virus of the mind. We need to release this. And so the handbook goes into a lot of great information on herpes and the mind viruses that we get ourselves into. So please check those out. And I look forward to seeing you again next week, every Sunday, 11:11 Pacific time. Oh, and if you're interested in the Awaken Inner Wisdom community membership, you can also check that out on bethbell.me. So lots of resources there. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until then, wishing you much bliss and love on the journey. Namaste.